All right, this is a short tutorial on accessing your plugins, okay? This is my own session that I built at home.
Anything is possible. I bought this old house and I'm going to restore it myself. New wiring, new plumbing, new roof.
So I wanted to put a compressor on this. All right, so the way you access a compressor is here. Let me get rid of this. So no insert. All right, so I want to put a compressor on John's track. If this is not viewable, okay, let's say that your system boots up with just the control panel and the input-output panel, okay? You want your inserts. You must go to this menu right here where I'm circling with the cursor, okay? Click that and select Inserts, A to E, okay? It'll open up this panel of inserts for each track. So then all you have to do is click inside. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the inserts A to E. That's 5 insert points. And so you can add more if you want. You can go add, if you're going to go really crazy, inserts F to J. Okay, but let's just say you're not going to do that because that sounds just insane. You're going to eat up all your CPU, and it's not going to play back right. You're not going to be happy. With bigger systems, no problem. Anyway, you click inside one of these panels and you select what you want. I want the compressor limiter Dyne 3, okay? So there it is, and then it opens up a window for the compressor. I always like to start with the factory, not the factory defaults, but one of the factory presets, okay? So if you go under factory default and you click that little menu there, you are going to get a selection of factory presets. Always with the compressor for the voice, I'll start with the vocal compressor, the vocal comp, all right? I usually just leave it right there and crank up the gain about 2 dB, up to about 10, okay? And that will allow the compressor to do its job the way I like it to do it, which is if it gets low, it brings it up high. It brings it up, it brings it up. And if it gets too high, it brings it down. The way compressor works is it takes your loudest gain and or let me put it this way, as the gain increases, the compressor will decrease that audio signal. Okay, so this is what it sounds like.
I bought this old house and I'm going to restore it myself. New wiring, new plumbing, new roof, the works.
Let's hear it without the compressor. I hit the bypass button here.
I bought this old house and I'm going to restore it myself. New wiring, new plumbing, new roof, the works.
Now, there's something to be said for that too. It sounds more natural, but it's definitely in a promotional item like a PSA or a commercial, you want to get your point across. So I like to really have that pumped up. It definitely pumps energy into the sound file. Okay, so let's leave that. On this track here, what do we have? All right, so this was John saying, oh, when he got zapped, okay, still needs to be mixed. So I wanted a spring verb on this. So there we go. I opened up the spring verb. Let's go. Insert. Okay, I want a spring verb. So I'm going to go down here to multi-channel plugin, reverb. Give me some spring reverb. There we go. And then you got to mess with the settings, really. Okay. I mean, there are factory defaults here. Far source, flaming, short, thin, dupe, long. I'm not sure what I started with there. Maybe it's flat back, but let's see what that sounds like. It was probably it, And with this here, I'm probably going to bring up the level a little bit here. This is not mixing, by the way. This is simply adjusting levels on tracks, okay? And going back into waveform. All right, and let's see what that sounds like in the mix.
Oh, okay. All right, good night, John. Can you turn out the light, please? Sure.
Okay, so then the next one would be, let's see.
Seriously, John, you can do all that? Sure.
Let's just say, for argument's sake, I wanted to, in addition to the compressor, I want to add some EQ. Same drill. I would go into, click one of these windows, find EQ, and 7-band, EQ 7-band, that's what I want. All right, that gives me 7 bands of EQ, 5 here, and 2 more here. Okay, so this is high pass, low pass, and then I hate when they call me at the office. Let's pause this for a second. Okay, I think we're back in recording, so sorry about that. All right, so let's just say, for argument's sake, that I want to EQ this friend that he's talking to here. And I want to move this. I want to put my playback on the loop record. All right, so I'm going to hit control. I'm going to hit the control button and click the play button. And that'll make whatever I have highlighted play back as a loop.
Seriously, John, you can do all that? Sure.
And this is what I want. I don't want this. I don't want to wait for that pause in there.
Seriously, John, you can do all that? Sure. Seriously, John, you can do all that? Sure.
And this is how you mess
Seriously,
with
John,
the
you can
EQ.
do all that? Sure. Seriously,
You start
John,
off, you
can
pick
do
one
all
of the
that? Sure.
frequency
Seriously,
ranges.
John, you can do all that? Sure. Seriously, John, you can do all that? Sure.
So the frequency
Seriously,
range I
John,
want to start
you
with
can
is
do
the
all that?
mid
Sure.
frequencies. So what I'll
Seriously,
do
John,
is start
you can do
by
all that?
turning up
Sure.
the gain.
Seriously, John, you can do all that? Sure.
Okay.
Seriously, John, you can do all that?
And then I'll
Sure.
sweep the frequency
Seriously,
to find
John,
the
you
sweet
can do
point
all
that I
that?
want to
Sure.
accent.
Seriously, John, you can do all that? Sure. Seriously, John, you can do all that? Sure. Seriously, John, you can do all that? Sure.
And to
Seriously,
get it,
John,
make it more
you can do all
realistic,
that?
I want to
Sure.
make it a more narrow
Seriously, John, you can do all that?
notch.
Sure.
Okay.
Seriously, John, you can do all that?
So
Sure.
like right here actually is not
Seriously,
bad.
John,
All right.
you
So I'm
can
going to
do
leave
all
it at
that?
that.
Sure.
So I found a sweet point in his track that actually makes him sound better. All right. So that's how you do that.
The words. Seriously, John, you can do all that? Sure. You just look it up on the internet.
And,
You
you
can
know,
learn anything
when
on
you
the
hear it back,
internet.
you may not
Like
love it,
wiring
but
and-
this is just a demo. That's basically it. That is the plugins. That's the way we work with the plugins. And there are the 3 plugins you're going to use in this class. You're going to use the compressor, the EQ, and the reverb. Okay. And not always the spring reverb. Most likely you'll be using the D-verb. But you got to get in there and you got to twirl the buttons, the knobs, and you got to do it for yourself. Okay. All right. Good luck. And now I shall stop the recording.